Softball is locked in a tight AAC matchup here at Grand Rec Park in the top of the fourth inning. Catherine Kozlowski lays down a bunt attempt. Riley O'Neill goes down to try to pick it up and falls. So now the bases are loaded. So now no outs, bases loaded. Truett McConnell trying to take the lead. Bailey Engel here. Glad to have you with us. Sorry for the delay. Had baseball over at Bowen Field, ran a little bit late, and then this game was scheduled a little too tight to that game we had in baseball, and now making our way out here for this softball doubleheader. So Truett McConnell and Bluefield in this AAC matchup. Rams looking for a couple of wins in the conference after a tough weekend against Reinhardt. Reinhardt won the first game by 7, and then the next game 15-0. So after Kozlowski brings up Alicia Price. And Price now subbed out, and a pinch hitter will come in, Sarah Wills. Lakin Sparks is in the circle for Bluefield. Rams in those red jerseys, all tied up 1-1, but the bases are loaded with no outs. Another windy but nice day here at Grand Rec Park. Right around 70 degrees. Boy, it was cold over at Bowen Field today. First pitch to Wills. It's high for ball 1. Rams have already surrendered their 1-0 lead. Now 1-1 with the bases loaded. Wills at the plate, up in a 1-0 count. Righty rocks and offers. Fouled back, even to count at 1-1. Here at Grand Rec Park, about 200 down the lines. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside corner, strike 2. Here's the pitch. Check swing and a pitch low. That was close, and she went. So a strikeout. Wills has gone down. And is now an out. Ground ball on the left side, straight over to Bailey. Throw to second. Is she on the bag? No, and a run comes in to score anyway. So I have to update the score for you. It is now 2-1 in favor of Truett McConnell, just now taking the lead. Everybody safe on the play. Bases loaded, 1 out. That was Dunaway getting to first, the first baseman. Now Liz Bunton. Bases loaded for Truett McConnell. They've taken a 1-run lead. We are in the top of the 4th inning here at Grand Rec Park. Sun beaming down from right ahead of us. Nice day for softball. Still wish we had a press box over here, but the wind is still whipping around. Left to right, right to left, in and out. It's swirling here at Grand Rec Park with the Appalachian Mountains in the background. Also see out and left and right a 7 and a 20 honoring the seniors who just celebrated senior weekend against Reinhardt. Here's Bunton. First pitch in for a strike, and the sophomore from Tazewell has now gotten up in the count 0-1. Lofted out to left field and foul. Doing our best for you here, folks. Nobody to operate the camera, just me. A lot of our student interns could not be here today. In the middle of the day, boy, a baseball game starting at 9 a.m., this one's starting at 1. You would think they wouldn't run together, but that was a 3.5-hour baseball game. Top of the 4th, 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. Bases remain loaded. 2-1 the score. Bears on top, coming from Georgia. Lincoln Sparks looking in. Moves the ball around the pitch. Bunton fouls it back. Keeps it at 1-2. Bases loaded. Just one out. The offer. Breaking ball, cut on and miss. That's a big-time strikeout on Sparks. Base is occupied, so you don't have to tag her, but Casanova does for good measure. Rams right now at 14-31, and the conference 5-19, headed by first-year head coach Drew Bailey. They're going to have a couple of games tomorrow against Hiwassee. We'll try to update the broadcast schedule for you on that, as that one is foul. So the count at 0-1 to Jaden Morrison. Morrison, the shortstop in this one, tries to lay a bunt down. It's a good one. Lap to Sparks, has to scoop it home. Casanova gloves it, and the third out. Third base coach and the head coach for True McConnell arguing that that ball was on the ground, definitely close. And they're going to try to argue that she did not catch it and the ball was on the ground. So they're going to try to converse here. If not, it's 3-1. But as it stands right now, the score remains 2-1. And really, relatively speaking, Lincoln Sparks getting out of that inning, only surrendering one more run is a win. So that's where it is. It's an out. And Bluefield goes into the bottom of the fourth, trailing by 1. It's 2-1. Bethany High still in the circle as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Rams are down by 1. It's 2-1. Lincoln Sparks to lead it off for Bluefield. And the first pitch to her skipped in the dirt for ball 1. Playing a game 1 of this doubleheader today. Sorry to get here late. Had a bit of a run over between baseball and now softball. Now we're happy to have you on at Grand Rec Park. Sparks cuts and misses. Strike 1. Evens the count up at 1-1. Haley Davis up next, and then Mary Blake Avery in the hole. So Lincoln Sparks trying to help herself out as far as her pitching stats goes as she swings and serves that one into shallow center. Second baseman travels over to make the catch, and after Kozlowski grabs it, there's one out. Haley Davis up to the plate. First pitch swings and hits it out to deep right, going in foul territory and tracked down for out number 2. Bree Levy making the catch, and now Mary Blake Avery returns to home plate. First pitch, Mary Blake pops it up foul right behind home plate. No balls, 1 strike. Choked up on it now. Rams are down by 1 with 2 outs. The pitch breaks right down the middle, quickly 0-2. So high to strike away from retiring the Rams in order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Right-handed pitcher with the ball in the glove, 0-2. Hit on a spin on the first base side, gobbled up, underhands to first in time, and the Rams are retired. 3 up, 3 down. On to the 5th. Bluefield down by 1. Welcome back to Grand Rec Park, everyone. Rams are down by 1. Lake and Sparks still in the circle. Field or pitch is a first pitch ball. At the top of the lineup with Caitlin Johnson. On the 5th inning, Rams surrendering that lead in the top of the 4th. As that pitch is grounded over to 3rd, Mary Blake Avery tosses to 1st in time, and now there's 1 away. Game 1 of this doubleheader. We're going to have the game 2 right after this. 20 minutes in between the 2. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Sarah Sullivan playing as the center fielder today for Truett McConnell in those blue and gray jerseys. 1-0. High for ball 2. Lakin Sparks, her 2nd year of being a collegiate pitcher. Her and Lexi Harmon, the 1-2 punch. And we're seeing with Drew Bailey that he's pitching Lakin Sparks first as the 2-0 is a bit high for ball 3. And these past few doubleheaders where Lexi Harmon had primarily been the game 1 starter, three balls, no strikes. Already 1 out. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, a good pitch from Sparks, strike 1. Pitch, fouled straight back. So Sparks has spotted back, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Lifted down the left field line and foul. Full count, nobody on with 1 out. Sparks deals, popped down the first base line, drops in fair territory, but falls foul. Sparks with a long stare into Casanova, the catcher today. Another payoff. Ripped down the left field line and just foul again. So a full count battling here is Sullivan with nobody on and a 1-run lead for Truett McConnell. Another 3-2. Inside ball 4. Long battle there, won by Sullivan. Truett McConnell very fired up today. They have cheered more than any other team we have seen this year. And tying in, Bree Levy. And it's ball 1. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Sorry about the delay. Special shout out to Debbie Key, who's tuning in. 1-0. And it's high for ball 2. Runner at first, 1 out. This could mean a lot for Bluefield. Just a few wins to try to keep some momentum going into next season, because right now it's going to be tough for the Rams to get in the AAC tournament. That one is down the middle for strike 1. Certainly lots of potential for Bluefield. Lakin Sparks will be back next year as a junior. Rams are only losing 2 batters, and one of those, though, is Riley O'Neill, who leads the team in average. 2-1. Popped up left side. Lauren Bailey backs up, finds it in the sun, makes the catch, and there's out number 2. Sullivan stays over at first base. Entering Briley Lawson. A catcher with a runner at first and a 2-1 lead, getting into crunch time here in this first game of the doubleheader. Sparks nods off the first sign and pitches. That one is popped up right side and out of play. Going all the way down the hill. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Bouncer on the right side, snagged by Harmon. Throw to first, great play to end the top of the 5th inning. Rams still down by 1 and trying to come back when we come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Veronica Casanova leads it off for Bluefield in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Rams are down by 1. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Bottom of the 5th inning, game 1 of the doubleheader, 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that kind of unbalanced. That back foot came up. A big swing from Casanova. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the offer. High for ball 1. Hyde rocks. Now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hyde strikes out Casanova, reaching outside, and that'll bring up Lauren Bailey. Ninth hitter in the lineup for the Rams. Shortstop looks at it down the middle, strike 1. Rams, interestingly enough, playing without a flex today, so everybody in the field is also in the lineup. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the left side, snag there, in the air. Third baseman comes up with a catch. After Alicia Price gloves it, there is out number 2, and back to the top of the lineup with the California native Kristen Storer. Down the middle, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Rams down by 1, had a 1-0 lead. And on the right side, that's a base knock for Kristen Storer. So a 2-out hit. I'll bring up Carly King for Bluefield. King watches the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Left fielder for the Rams. That pitch is on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Storer at first. Potential tying run for Bluefield. Now at first base. Lexi Harmon up next. Riley O'Neill in the hole, batting cleanup for Bluefield today. Pitch, high and away. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 outs. Forces at second and first. High deals. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Sent it on the ground, threw it over to first in time, and there's the final out of the 5th inning. On to the 6th. Rams still trail by 1 after leaving a runner on. Top of the 6th here in Bluefield. Lakin Sparks' first pitch swung on and cranked out to right center field, charging up, and that will drop in for a base hit. Haley Davis picks it up off of the hop. So Kozlowski is at first base. Opening base hit already 2-1 in favor of Drew McConnell. Top of the 6th inning, a runner at first with no outs. Showing bunt, pulls it back. Casanova checks the runner down at first base, and Kozlowski with a big lead over there. Freshman catcher for Bluefield, Riley O'Neill, not catching today for the Rams. A little bit of strain on that labrum of hers, so now she's playing at first. Here's the 1-0. Bunt laid down, third base side. Avery picks it up, throws to first, skips into the glove of Harmon, and it was too late anyway, so it's a base hit. And it continues with no outs, showing bunt again. Third base side and foul. So Dunaway couldn't keep it in fair territory. Dunaway's ready. Got an 0-1. Here it is. Another bunt laid down. Avery picks it up, throws to first. This time the sacrifice intact for the first out. So Harmon covers. Now 2 runners in scoring position. By the way, Truett McConnell 37-7. Right now 20-2 in the AAC. Certainly a lot playing for them, and they are only up by 1 against Bluefield. The pitch high and called a strike anyway, crossing the letters. Here's Bunton. 0-1. Inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runners in scoring position, trying to add to this 2-1 lead. One. Ball 2, a bit inside. More wind starting to roll down here in game 1. 2-1 the score. Top of the 6th inning. Inside and low again, ball 3. Almost got it there. Now Drew McConnell trying to achieve their way to the NAIA tournament. Only 2 conference losses this year. 3-1. Popped up in the infield, long run in for Bailey, slides and can't make the catch. 1 run will score. Runner moves to third and everybody is safe. Top of the 6th, 2-run lead. Only 1 out. Here's up Morrison, who swings and grounds that one into left field, another base hit. Now it's 4-1 after it's bobbled out in left field by King, and it's an RBI single for the 9-hitter. Four-one lead. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the designated player. Misty Goodman checking in for Liz Bunton. Runners at second and first, right back to the top of the lineup with Caitlin Johnson. First pitch to the lefty, bit high for ball one. So a 3-run lead. Rams operating with 1 out. Must have been a rock on the circle. Lincoln Sparks just chucked it into the bleachers. Another bunt laid down. It's a good one. Avery comes in, no throw, bases loaded. They are just bunting their way for these runs here, and the Rams don't really have anything to do about it. Avery's playing pretty far back, and they just die about 5 feet in front of the plate. Bases loaded, 4-1 the score. Sarah Sullivan watches it high and away, ball one. Hit into center field, another base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes another, and now it's 6-1. Just like that, it's a 5-run lead. Now a swing of the bat could make this the potential for a mercy ruling. Bree Levy up to the plate. 6-1 the score, top of the 6th. More and more wind at Grand Rec Park. Tough inning for Lakin Sparks as that pitch is cranked into shallow center. Store with a long run in, dropping for a base hit, and the runners will move third, second, and first. Bases loaded. Still 1 out, and Briley Lawson comes to the plate. So the mercy rule run is at first base. 6 runs scored unanswered by Truett McConnell. Really happened in, quite frankly, a blink of an eye. That pitch is hit into left center field, and it's trouble. Drops for a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second. Now it's 8-1. Everybody is hitting. It's almost batting practice for Truett McConnell at this point, and well, this is where the Rams run into trouble. Lakin Sparks has to pitch because Lexi Harmon is the only other pitcher that can go deep into a ball game. She has to be there for game 2. Time called by Veronica Casanova, and this infield will talk about it. 8-1 the score, top of the 6th. Now up to the plate, Catherine Kozlowski. Rams only with 14 wins on the year. They can expect that with a first-year head coach and Drew Bailey trying to build something here, change the culture of the program. Just 1 out. Kozlowski up. Runner at second could make this a mercy rule game. 8-1 the score. That's what's on the line here. Now the pitch hit hard down the third base line. That is fair. Running around third. Now it's going to be 9-1 as it kicks into the corner. Held up at third, and it's another big-time RBI double from Kozlowski. 9-1 the score. That was close to being fair. Well, that's very close there. And now it's called a strike. 10-1 the score. Have to correct that. Already a 9-run lead after that one was a 2-run single. Just moments ago, it seemingly was 1-1. Rams need 2 outs. That one's hit on the ground over towards second. Lexi Harmon throws to first, and another run comes home. It's 11-1. Macy Dunaway with a runner at third. Lincoln Sparks just needs 1 more out. First pitch to Dunaway. Fouled off, right side now to play. Now it goes 0-1. And at 0-1, here's Sparks. The pitch. Popped up foul again. No balls, 2 strikes. Goes on the right side, now to play. Here's the 0-2. Inside and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A good pitch from Sparks. This has been a long inning already, 11-1. Pitch popped up right field. Haley Davis finds it in the sky and makes the catch. 10-run lead for Truett McConnell, and they're 3 outs away from icing game 1 when we come back. Inside corner, called a strike on Lexi Harmon. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Rams are down by 10. So now they're just 3 outs away from beating Bluefield here. So that rise ball is way too high. Bethany High, 3 outs away from a win. Lexi Harmon, Riley O'Neill, and Lakin Sparks all due up. 1-1. Outside and low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Out of 2-1. Here's the pitch. Cranked into deep left. Wind pushes it back in, and it's reeled in for out number 1. Riley O'Neill, one of the final chances for Bluefield to try to extend this game into the 7th. On the Rammy Awards last night, Riley O'Neill taking home some gold. Lexi Harmon was actually the team MVP, but Riley O'Neill, Offensive Player of the Year. Here's the pitch. Inside and low. Kristen Storr was the Defensive Player of the Year. One-0. Now it's low. 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch. Now take it for a strike. Rams are down 11-1, bottom of the 6th, and 1 out. Here's a 2-1. Swung on and smacked foul, left side and out of play. And O'Neal is down to her final strike. And a 2-2. Here's the pitch. In the air, right field. Galloping over towards the gap. Makes the catch, 2 outs. Lakin Sparks to the plate. Popped up. And over our press box. No balls, 1 strike. Rams down to their final out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh, 1. In there, strike 2. Rams down to their final strike in game 1. Boy, they led this one 1-0, and now 11 unanswered runs scoring for Truett McConnell. More wind blowing in, 0-2. Held off, ball 1. One, 2. Waits on it just a bit high, and that one spun nearly into the zone. Anthony Hyde, ball in the right hand, now in the glove, trading it around. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hyde serves that one a bit too high. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and Truett McConnell wins. So they wrap that one up 11-1. We're going to be right back in about half an hour for Game 2 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network.